Hello and welcome to another video from Paraplayers. And first thing, I want to apologise for the quality of the audio as I sit here. My lapel radio mic is not working, so I'm having to use the shitty quality on these headphones. So anyway, let's jump in and have a look at First Strike. Now, First Strike is released tomorrow on the Steam Workshop, and I'll give you a little bit of a description while I sit here and go through the options. What if a fighter pilot movies had a love child with alien invasion blockbuster from the 90s? You'd no doubt get Final Strike, an edge-of-your-seat F-16 jet fighter simulator that puts you against an airborne invasion of little green aliens. So, as you can see on screen, I'm actually going to be playing this with a 360 pad. Got it on easy. That's going to give us a chance to actually get into the game. And we're sat here in what looks like a bit of a briefing room. Really quite nice in here, although the power cables in the distance are they look like marching ants. Very strange indeed. I'm not quite sure what that is. So it looks like we get to do more missions as we work our way through, and this is Mountain Ridge. We're going to shoot down alien mothership and destroy the swarm of alien drones to liberate the area from the invasion. So here we are. I'm in the aircraft, and well, first thing I can say is the plane feels huge. Just shuffle myself around a little bit. This is a seated experience, by the way. The actual feeling of being in an aircraft is really quite good, actually. The ground, whoa, a little bit of a glitch there. Yeah, as I mentioned, these types of games, it's going to take you a while to get used to the experience of being in an aircraft. It's a little bit like DCS World. Really quite strange the way your brain and your ears and the virtual reality headset can give you, I was going to say motion sickness, but it is a strange feeling. Even just banking left or right is a really strange feeling. As you can see, I'm just going to fly slowly past this while I try and get used to the controls of the 360 pad. It looks like we can bank or roll left and right with the left stick, but the right stick makes the aircraft bank. Should I say up and down? I don't know the correct terms. It feels quite unnatural, actually. It feels like I want to have the whole set of controls on the left stick. I'm just going to do a little fly past here as we fly in towards the actual action here. Yeah, the actual rendering of the ground is quite good. The actual feeling of being in here. There is a canopy above me. I get a sense of where the canopy is. As you can see, just get some missiles off here. Seems to be a lot of enemies here. Feels quite good, as I said. Whoa. It's got to take it easy. There is that strange feeling of motion sickness. It is going to be one of those games, as I mentioned. If you've played Project Cars and you get a little bit sick, this is probably going to be a little bit hardcore for you until you actually get used to it. That is. Apparently people do actually get used to these. I find that if I play games such as this for more than 15-20 minutes, I start to get the sweats, and I know that's enough for me then. But regarding the actual feeling of being in an aircraft, it feels a little bit floaty. And I mentioned if the left stick controlled up, down and left and right on the 360 pad, it would feel a little bit more natural, I think. So I'm just going to bank really slowly down here, just have a look at this Armageddon Independence Day that's going up above me, and it looks like I can change weapons with the B key from guns to missiles. They do seem to be infinite, which is interesting, and hopefully, as this is early access, it would be nice later on if they could integrate some sort of, a bombing run. I really do wish there was a game out there like Dam Busters, where you got to go on a long flight, connect the lasers, things like that, bombing runs, high altitude, things like that. That would be really, really cool for me, because there'd be less flying around and getting that motion sickness vibe to it. But this is really quite cool. As long as you've got like a strong set of VR legs, you're probably gonna quite like this. How in depth the actual game is, I've no idea. Well, obviously this is just the first level, and with it being early access, I don't know how much more of the game there actually is. Now, I used to have track IR, and we do take for granted, I think, once you put the headset on, the ability just to literally look up is amazing. Now this game does have the ability to support joysticks, so you're probably going to get a lot more out of this, whether you could connect up your rudder pedals, and say a Warthog or a Hortas, something like that. This game would probably be really good for VR. It's probably not going to replace DCS World, let's be honest, but for an early access game, there's probably quite a lot of openness to which way that the developers want to go with this. So really, as I leave you with a little bit of footage in a minute, I'm just taking this easy here because I'm starting to get a little bit of the sweats. If you're looking for a game that gives you the opportunity to fly an aircraft and feel like you're actually in it with virtual reality, the ground textures and the floor are really nicely done. There's definitely a really nice depth to it there. It feels like it's literally down there. You can judge it. The aircraft feels quite good even though it's huge. If you're looking for that, you want to get into a little bit of dogfighting, maybe an idea for the devs at another point to add multiplayer in, who knows, then this is probably the game for you. You'll find the game on Steam, live tomorrow. Jump in, let me know what you think. I need to go and have a cold shower as I'm starting to get the hot sweats. Thanks for watching. I've been Paraplayers VR, and this has been First Strike. Bye bye.